Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solely to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a daily chart of natural gas futures. So here you can see that the natural gas futures started this upward journey on June 26 from the levels of $1.439. So this lowest level of the natural gas futures was itself a reason of advent of an uptrend in natural gas futures when the natural gas futures showed a good bounce up to the levels of $1.922 on July 7th, where they found a stiff resistance at these levels and found some sell-off from these levels and once again tested the lows of $1.6 on July 20th. But from here, the natural gas futures found a rally when the natural gas futures tested the highs of $2.742 on August 28th. Expectation of some disruption in natural gas production by Hurricane Laura, which was about to enter the Gulf of Mexico during this week, resulted in a sharp upward move, kept this uptrend in natural gas futures during the last few trading sessions. So here you can see that from the levels of $2.4, the natural gas futures continued to sustain above this level during the last few trading sessions. And during this upward move, the natural gas futures found good support at the levels of $2.424 since August 18th and continued to find this support when the natural gas futures finally made an upward move once again when the natural gas futures tested the highs of $2.594 on August 27th. So friends, here I find that the levels of $2.713 seems to be an immediate tough resistance for the natural gas futures. Here this move looks evident enough for a sharp reversal in natural gas futures from these levels because according to the Bureau of Safety and Environment Enforcement, just above the 40% of manual platform in the US Gulf of Mexico remained shuttered and without anyone on board on Friday compared to the previous day when the outage from Laura left 46.2% of the platforms idle. Laura made landfall between East Texas and West Louisiana as a Category 4 hurricane in the pre-dawn hours on Thursday before turning into a tropical storm. So friends, now I find that this formation in a daily time frame could result in a sharp reversal in natural gas futures where the natural gas futures could find immediate support at the levels of $2.419 where the natural gas futures could take a sharp reversal from these levels back up to the levels of $2.789. So friends, now I find that the natural gas futures could take a bouncing move once again from the levels of $2.286. So friends, now I find that the natural gas futures could find a strong support at the levels of $2.417 during the upcoming week where they could find a sharp reversal from these levels and once again could test the highs of $2.784. And during an uptrend, the natural gas futures could find immediate resistance once again at the levels of $2.706 and the second resistance will be at the levels of $2.782 and the final resistance what the natural gas futures could find will be at the levels of $2.838. So here I find that if the natural gas futures sustain above the levels of $2.718 during the upcoming week, we will see the natural gas futures to test the highs of $2.9 during the upcoming week. But here I find that the natural gas futures could find a huge volatility during the upcoming week where the natural gas futures could test the lows of $2.185 during a sharp downward move where they will find their strong support at these levels and the next support levels will be at the levels of $2. So friends, now I find that during the upcoming week, the natural gas futures remain very volatile, where a downward move above the levels of $2.2 could provide a good opportunity to go long, because the natural gas futures will take sharp reversals from this strong support level of $2.2. But on the upper side, the natural gas futures could find stiff resistance at the levels of $2.7, and second resistance will be at the levels of $2.831. But here I find that a sustained move of natural gas futures amid this zone could result in a sharp upward move up to $3. But I find if the natural gas futures sustain above the levels of $2.748 during the upcoming week, we'll see the natural gas futures to test the levels of $3 during the upcoming weeks. So friends, be ready to see an action in natural gas futures. So friends, now let us check this move in an hourly time frame. So here in an hourly time frame, here you can see that the natural gas futures find strong support at the 200 days moving average, what they tested on August 21st and showed a strong upward move when we found a gap up opening on the first trading session of this week, when the natural gas futures tested the highs of $2.589 on August 23rd and maintained this gap up to August 26th. And here you can see that after facing some resistance at the levels of $2.652 on August 26th, the natural gas futures found good support at the levels of $2.496 during this fall, where the natural gas futures found their immediate resistance at the levels of $2.712 on August 27, but constantly trying to maintain this level, and finally found stiff resistance at the levels of $2.743 and started to move downward. But once again, here you can see that the natural gas futures find a strong support at the upper end of Ichimoku cloud in an hourly time frame, and finally settled at the levels of $2.657, which is above the 50 days exponential moving average in an hourly time frame. You can see that the current position of moving averages, where the 20 days exponential moving average has formed a bearish crossover in an hourly time frame, but on the other hand, the 50 days exponential moving average has formed a bullish crossover here, where the 50 days exponential moving average is above the 50 days moving average, which looks evident enough for an upward move, where the natural gas futures could find a strong support at the levels of $2.635, where the 20 days exponential moving average will provide immediate support to natural gas futures during the upcoming week, and the final support could be seen at the 200 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of $2.520, from where the natural gas futures could find a strong reversal. So in case of a downward move in natural gas futures, 200 days moving average will be a strong support, where we will see the natural gas bulls take the command once again. Here I find that in an hourly time frame, the level of $2.520 seems to provide a strong support to natural gas futures during the upcoming week. So friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.